Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we are doing Elimination Chamber predictions, and after an almost week-long hiatus, welcome back, Kevin Hawk.
Recovering.
Yeah.
But not fully recovered yet.
Not fully recovered, but enough.
Hence my strange stance on the couch.
But recovered enough to be here because tomorrow, or today, most likely today, because we're recording a little late, we have Elimination Chamber on the WWE Network for the low, low price of $9.99. Get that shit while you can.
You get it for free for the tomorrow.
For the tomorrow.
If you order it.
Yeah. Wait, why wouldn't you?
No commitment necessary. You can cancel whatever you want.
Like right after Elimination Chamber.
Get it for Elimination Chamber and then cancel.
Stupid sons of bitches. But anyway.
Do that every month. There's a free thing.
I know. Yeah, they're
Have a nice day.
Just get the network. It's awesome. So, Kevin Hawk, let us know what's happening tomorrow at Elimination Chamber.
At Elimination Chamber. Alright, well, just prior to the Elimination Chamber, we're going to have the kickoff show. Probably the same old kickoff panel. The Booker T, Saxton, and Corey Graves.
Along with Renee Young.
I was going to say the washed out CM Punk. Couldn't remember his name, but I can remember what I like to call him.
Well,
Diet CM Punk. And
Diet Pepsi.
I like that one. But we know, as announced, I think last week, on the kickoff show, we're going to have the Miz TV with special guest Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a lot of, hey, look at Miz, he's a heel, and hey, Daniel Bryan's going to be on Tough Enough. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are speculating that this is going to be like some sort of, hopefully some sort of condition update from Daniel Bryan. But all I think it is it's really going to be a giant promotional plug for Tough Enough. Yeah.
I mean, they're going to, I think, yeah, we've got about 5 days left that you can submit videos for Tough Enough. And then Tough Enough returns on the 23rd. So they're going to be recording episodes over the next couple weeks, and we'll be getting the return. So obviously Daniel Bryan is going to be pushing that because we're like 3 weeks away from that.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, 2 weeks ago for Payback, we got an impromptu match with Stardust and R-Truth. So we might get an impromptu match on the pre-show as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys not on the card.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about Reigns isn't on the card, Randy Orton, Big
Bray
Show,
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Bailey's not there. Finn Balor.
Yeah,
We're
right.
doing Bailey versus Finn Balor on the pre-show.
Yeah, a lot of people not on the card.
So, I mean, so anything.
More likely, it'd probably be something involving like a Fandango and somebody else.
I wouldn't be surprised to, I would maybe
one of the top guys.
Maybe Adam Rose versus Zack Ryder or something, since they're both kind of big on the mid card right now.
Yeah, they have good matches against each other.
So yeah, I mean, we could see any.
We'll possibly tweet predictions for impromptu matches.
Yeah, we'll both be here along with Tony Toxin. Thomas Wolf, unfortunately, won't be able to watch it with us. I do have his predictions for Elimination Chamber, so let's get into the main card.
Sweet. Let's start off with Adrian Neville versus Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun match, just specifically because they had a lot of really good chemistry on NXT.
Yes, and that's the one thing that I'm looking forward to this, is that we know this feud can work because they did great stuff on NXT. Am I the biggest Bo Dallas fan? Hell no. But I do love what Adrian Neville does. He has great chemistry with everyone. And so I'm strictly excited to see what the two of them can do on the main roster.
Am I the biggest Bo Dallas fan? Probably not, because I heard Big Show's a Bo Dallas fan. He's way bigger than me.
That does.
Do you get that joke? I went by size and not by how much I like him.
That dwarfs you by about a foot.
At least. And
about 300 pounds. Give or take.
250.
250. Who do you think's going to win? I'm going to let you start.
Alright, I'm going to go Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is going to win the first one, and then they're going to have a match either on Raw the next night or the next pay-per-view, and that's going to be the match that really counts as the squasher.
Alright.
I think Neville will win the secondary matchup.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think you know Dallas really hasn't got like a major victory since his return to the main roster.
Yeah.
Nothing that he can really tout about. So I think a win over Neville will be good, especially with the feud going forward. Plus Adrian Neville's wrestling with the hurt knee, so that's definitely gonna be a focus of Bo Dallas.
And that's another thing too, is that Adrian Neville has a really good win-loss record going into this as far as his matches on the main roster. And this is the first time that he's got a visible chink in his armor.
Yes.
That Bo Dallas can exploit.
Yeah.
Having the hurt knee. So yeah, I'm going Bo Dallas. You're going Bo Dallas?
Bo Dallas. Thomas. Thomas is taking Neville.
Thomas is taking Neville.
I'm
satisfied either way.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see how the match goes. I definitely see these guys having great chemistry since working together prior. And I mean, this is just a bigger outlet for them to work on. So
absolutely, that's awesome.
So yeah, so
it's awesome. It's what happened. It's what was basically happening around this time last year on NXT TV.
It's wow, shit.
Like when NXT first
Mind
opened
blown.
up. When NXT first opened up, not long after like WrestleMania or whatever it started.
That was when it exploded.
This was the rivalry happening. It was Neville Dallas over the NXT Champion.
Yeah, because we had at Arrival we had a ladder match for the NXT title, which that was February or March. So yeah, it's just about a year ago. So all right, I'm excited for it. Let's do this.
Yeah. All right, then let's go to the Divas Championship Triple Threat match. We've got Buzz. That's my phone.
We have a text.
Buzz Lightyear is not in the Divas Championship Triple Threat match. There is, though, Nikki Bella defending against both Naomi and Paige. I think of Nikki Bella as very much, not to say that she's only good at wrestling because she's dating John Cena, but a very John Cena-esque performer. Is that Nikki Bella?
I got that a lot over on Main Event when she faced Summer Rae.
Yeah, Nikki Bella is as good as her opponent.
True.
You watch the previous Triple Threat match she was in with Paige and AJ.
Yes.
Held her own phenomenally. Yeah. You watch the match she had against Summer Rae, a much weaker opponent, and it was a much weaker match.
Botched right off the beginning, which is what took me out of the match completely.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's the stronger performer she has to work with, the stronger performer she becomes.
Definitely.
So I'm looking really forward to, because Paige and Naomi are both very strong performers.
And I said on the SmackDown Rundown that after the match I saw Paige and Naomi have on SmackDown, I'm more excited for this triple threat because I know that I can at least get a good showing out of these two.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with Thomas's pick.
Thomas is going with Paige.
Thomas is going with Wifey.
Yeah. I know who you're going with.
You don't.
No.
Actually. Oh. 99.99995% of the time, I will go with my Wifey Paige.
But apparently not this
This
time.
is the .0005 other time when she won't hurt me for voting against her. And I'm going with Naomi. I think Naomi's going to take it, and it's going to all be due to interference from Tamina.
Ooh. Well,
what about you, Travis?
Let's hope these predictions start changing pretty soon, because I'm going with Naomi also. I think they've really put a lot of focus on the fact that Naomi feels like she deserves the title. She's been screwed out of all of her chances, and I think that at this point in time, she has not only two girls that are going to be fighting each other while she's trying to gain the title, but she's got the no disqualification factor in a triple threat match, so Tamina can get as involved as she wants. And Paige doesn't have anyone in her corner. Tamina can easily take out Brie Bella, even if she's even there. So I'm definitely feeling this is a strong win for Naomi.
Yeah, it's gonna look good for her, and it's gonna be awesome to have the Divas Championship on somebody who can wrestle.
Yes.
Like,
oh my god,
no matter who her opponent is.
Yeah, as long as Nikki doesn't win, we're getting a good Divas champion.
Yeah. Let's move on to another interesting matchup, and one that I'm looking forward to highly: Kevin Owens versus John Cena.
This was a really out of nowhere kind of thing, and it's built up to a really interesting matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it was just, spur of the moment, hey, Kevin Owens is here. Hey, guess what? They're having a match at Elimination Chamber. Wait, what the fuck? So, I mean, it was a very random pairing, but I'm really excited to see what these two do to each other.
Yeah, John Cena does well when paired off against a guy like Kevin Owens.
Like his girlfriend, Nikki Bella.
Yeah, someone who is a good wrestler, but very, very often plays into a very heavy-hitting, very brawling type.
This is going to be a very physical match.
Yeah, a very brawling type moveset. I mean, because Cena had really good matches against JBL, who has a similar fighting style. Wade Barrett kind of has a similar fighting style, a lot of hard hits, and a lot of decent wrestling.
Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt. So, we know that this is probably going to turn out to be a really good match. Yeah. I'm going to go out and say possibly, as far as non-Elimination Chamber matches are concerned, probably the show stealer.
Let's hope, because I think Cena needs one of those.
Yeah, Cena's been falling flat the last couple of weeks, and that's not a pun based on the fact that Kevin Owens has now pop-up powerbombed him twice and stomped on the United States title.
Well, and, I mean, since before WrestleMania, I haven't really seen, a ooh moment from Cena. It's been very just basic John Cena matches. He hasn't had a lot to do different because he's been facing Rusev constantly.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing in my opinion. I think it's more of Cena taking a step back and not trying to be the attention hog.
Okay.
Cena's trying to fit in on the mid-card.
Okay. That's fair.
So, Travis, your pick first.
I'm going Owens.
Yeah?
I think with as much noise as Owens has been making on NXT, with how dominant he's been over Sami Zayn, over Solomon Crow this past week on NXT, and the fact that they're building that feud between him and Joe, I feel like Owens is going to take a big win on the main roster, go back, continue to make a name for himself on NXT, and even when he does lose, he could still be the guy that beat a 15-time world champion on the main roster. Who else in NXT has done that?
Yeah.
So it's just going to be more heat that he can put out there. Granted, I mean, a lot of the crowd doesn't like John Cena, especially on NXT, but, I mean, just as a heel himself, he can use that to his advantage. And he can use it again when he comes back to the main roster.
Absolutely. All very, very fundamentally valid points. I'm going to differ from you, though. I'm going to say John Cena's going to win this one. Because 9 times out of 10, when a Cena feud pops in just to be a filler feud, Cena's going to win. And that's not saying much, because it's typical Cena-style booking. But, I'm going to say it's still going to be a really good match, and I feel like, despite the fact that Cena will win, I think Kevin Owens isn't going to take it laying down, and will probably be the one that ends up walking out, as opposed to Cena.
Well, you're on the same page with Thomas, because he's going Cena as well. It is a safe bet to go with Cena, and I won't be surprised when he wins, but I just think, with as much of a name as Kevin Owens has made for himself in the short amount of time he's been in NXT, I don't think this would, it wouldn't hurt Cena, just because it is very sudden and he didn't expect to have the match. So, I think it could take him by surprise. But yeah, the safe bet is with Cena, but I'm still hoping for Owens.
Yeah, I'm going to cross my fingers for Owens to win. But
as far as prediction goes,
if points are on the line, I'm going with Cena almost every time.
That's fair.
And let's round out this first portion of our predictions with the World Heavyweight Championship match between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun match.
Because it's always good because it's Rollins and
Ambrose.
It's Rollins and Ambrose.
They are, like we've said multiple times, they are the feud that doesn't get boring. Because their matches are very, very fun.
Yes.
There's always something creative, always something humorous, always something way over the top that you don't expect.
Yes.
You know? So I have high expectations for this one. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get anything quite as good as the stuff from their previous run with each other during like Hell in a Cell and around that era. But I think we're going to get something really good.
Yeah.
Just because it's these guys.
This just in, and we'll even start with this man's predictions. Tony Toxin has just gotten a hold of me.
Oh yeah, our new guy on this set.
So
if you guys haven't been paying attention.
So for the matches that we've already gone over, he's taking Neville over Dallas. He's taking Nikki to retain the Divas title. John Cena over Owens. And to start off this one, he is going with Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Good choice. Because I'm also going Seth Rollins. I like Dean Ambrose a lot. I think it would be awesome to have Dean Ambrose as the champion.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the same time, I think Dean Ambrose is one of those guys on the level of Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake Roberts, guys who were really good but never made it to the championship. I think we're going to remember Dean Ambrose 15 years from now as a guy who was an awesome Intercontinental Champion, awesome Tag Team Champion, United States Champion, anything like that. The best crazy hardcore guy in the last decade.
Can't beat that elbow drop.
But not as the top guy. Unfortunately, you know, as much as I enjoy him, that's just kind of the path he's on as career-wise. And so I feel like Rollins is the ultimate safe bet at this point, especially because Rollins is still young into his title reign, and we know that Roman Reigns is like the only announced name for Money in the Bank, and obviously they're probably not done with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins as far as the title is concerned.
Well, to round out the votes, Thomas is also going for Seth Rollins. Which, I mean, is a safe bet because, you know, like you said, Dean Ambrose is good, but he's not quite championship good. You know, I mean, all of us would love to see him have a run with the title. It would be absolutely entertaining. But you're right, he is that character that we really can't expect to ever be champion. With that being said, I'm going with Ambrose, but not winning the championship.
So a count out or disqualification.
Yes.
Right.
I think they've been putting a lot of, you know, Ambrose has gotten some good shots, but he's also been subject to a lot of multi-person beatdowns by the Authority. Yeah. And so I think with Seth Rollins and Kane being on a much more cohesive page, and with the usage of
they're on page?
A cohesive page, different page, completely different page. Are you gonna fight Seth Rollins and Kane?
I was gonna.
And then, you know, with the help of J&J, maybe even Triple H gets involved. You know, there's so many things that could happen. I could definitely see this being a cop-out win for Seth Rollins, just because he's gonna walk away with the title. But as far as an actual victory in the match, I think it's gonna be Dean Ambrose.
That's not a bad prediction, because I can totally see it going that way too. Especially because we've had similar endings recently in the past few weeks.
Absolutely.
Rollins is my pick. Fun in a bun are all those matches.
Now we get into the big stuff.
Not so much fun in a solid steel
chain steel
link
grating fucking plexiglass dome of hell.
Yeah, the fun in a bun turns into the fun in Satan's bun. Which is now officially my new name for the Elimination Chamber is the Satan's bun.
Satan's bun. Fun in Satan's bun. This is getting weird.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Tag Team Elimination Chamber match. We've got the Primetime Players, the Ascension, the Lucha Dragons, the Matadors, the Masters, all vying to win the Tag Team Championships away from the New Day.
So many fucking people in this match.
There should be 12 people.
This is going to be insane.
Chamber match. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be good, but I think we're not going to get a huge buildup of people in the chamber.
Do you think it's going to open the show?
Probably. I think the eliminations are going to come quick. I don't think we're going to get more than 4 teams in at a time ever.
That makes sense.
Just so it doesn't get too overly crowded.
Oh, fuck it, let's have a Royal Rumble in the Elimination Chamber.
They're almost halfway there.
Yeah.
If they let Torito, Natalia, and a third member of the New Day in, that's fucking half a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to let all those people in.
Yeah,
but
maybe Torito.
Yeah.
Torito might get in.
We're going to go shortest first. Travis Colt.
Son of a bitch. This sucks because I've been really, I've been trying to figure out how I think and who I think is going to win. This is it'd be safe to say the New Day because they've only been champions for a little while. It'd be safe to say the Masters because they are a very popular tag team. It'd be safe to say the Lucha Dragons because they're they're the new hit in the tag team division right now. I don't think the Ascension are going to take it, but I mean, how big of a swerve would that be if the Ascension took it? They've been making the dominant.
Despite the fact that the Ascension haven't been the awesome force on the main roster that they were in NXT, the Ascension look like the most fitting team for the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, and the primetime players have been continuously doing these promos towards other teams.
Shut your mouth.
Darren Young has been doing all these awesome promos
matches
towards other teams. So Darren Young could easily win the tag team titles. The only team I'm not voting for is the Matadors. But fuck me.
I'm making this bet right now. If the primetime players win, I forfeit all my points. Because I'll be that bad.
What if Darren Young gets a pin?
Still.
Really?
Titus O'Neil does not deserve the tag team championship. My opinion only. Might be controversial, but controversy creates cash.
Hey,
so donate $5 to my PayPal.
He hates horses.
I have a thing against people with horse teeth,
Hey.
especially if they're named Titus O'Neil.
Very specific. Okay.
But you have a pick.
All right.
Definitive. We need a definitive.
Yeah.
Who's going to get you a point?
God, everybody but the Matadors. I'm not voting for the Matadors, so anyone else gets me a point. I think you used that joke before we started recording.
Yes. The primetime players.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the safe bet. I'm gonna go with the New Day. I'm gonna say the New Day. They've made. Since Payback, they've made a lot of remarks about how it's unfair that they're in the chamber. They shouldn't have to defend the titles in there. I feel like all that was, we're going to expect them to lose because they're trapped inside this contraption with 5 other teams, but the other teams are going against each other as well, which will play into the fact that the New Day could totally pull this out. And, I mean, if we do get the switch like we did at Payback, maybe a team's getting eliminated and Xavier Woods and Kofi switch, and then we get another roll-up like that. I don't know. Something like that is going to happen. But I'm going to go with the New Day. That's my pick.
Next up in batting order is Thomas Wolfe.
Thomas Wolfe is also going for the New Day.
And how about Tony Toxin?
He is going for the Ascension.
Fair enough. Tony Toxin, huge fan of Dick Scarves.
Loves Dick Scarves.
Giant red triangles.
Yeah.
Gosh. Now that it's the popular choice, I don't want to pick the New Day.
Yeah.
The New Day is my choice, though.
Just
because, to me, it's just because it's going to piss off the crowd. Make you dislike the New Day more. I want the Masters to win. I want the Masters to be tag team champions again. I don't think they were tag team champions long enough. So you know what? I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to say the Masters are going to take it.
All right.
I'm going to put my point on the Masters just so we don't tie.
I mean, I know you're not a fan of the primetime players. I don't hate them nearly as much as you do. Well, I don't hate Titus O'Neil nearly as much as you do. So I'd be okay with them winning.
I'm going to hit you.
Okay, what I'm saying is out of these 6 teams, I'm
getting hot. I'm going to hit you.
I'm not going to be upset whoever wins, because I'm excited to see the tag team division is really strong right now, and I'm excited to see where they can take this. I mean, there's so many different feuds they can do now, so many combinations, and honestly, I mean, hell, even if the Matadors do win, I'm not going to be upset because the Matadors are a good team.
Yeah.
So I mean, I will not be upset at whoever wins, but yeah, I'm going to go with the New Day as a safe bet.
All right, and lastly, and definitely not leastly, the vacated Intercontinental Champion to be decided for the first time ever inside Elimination Chamber.
This will be the semi-main.
Probably.
Just
I would
before
hope
Rollins
it would be
and
the
Ambrose.
main. Just because it's an Elimination Chamber.
Based on
match
who's
at
in it,
Elimination
I think
Chamber.
it's a better semi-main.
Yeah. We got Ziggler. We got Rusev. We got R-Truth, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, and Ryback.
Yeah.
A lot of big guys.
Yes. Ziggler and R-Truth are vastly outweighed.
Yeah, and even R-Truth
And
is
outsized.
R-Truth is still a really bulky guy for his size. He's a bigger.
Ziggler is definitely the odd man out.
Yeah. This, I have a feeling, is going to be a fun to watch match because you have a lot of really rough and tumble guys in there that like to hit hard, who like to take chances.
This is the one where we can.
And you have Dolph Ziggler, who's the show stealer.
Yeah, I mean this is
the show off.
This is the match where we could potentially get all 6 competitors in at one time.
Absolutely.
Just because there won't be 12 fucking guys to be in the match at the same time. So yeah, I could see this going until everyone's released and then we start getting eliminations. It's going to be interesting. I mean, Rusev now officially broken away from Lana, but Lana most likely being out there to support Dolph Ziggler. Let's see, we've got Barrett, Ziggler, and Rusev all going into their first elimination chamber.
No, Ziggler's second.
Yeah. There's one other. Who's the other one that has?
They messed up when they said.
Oh, did they?
There was only 3 people.
Oh, Ryback.
Yeah. Well,
So
Ryback and Rusev
Okay.
are the only
And
2.
Barrett?
Barrett has been in Elimination Chamber before.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
I think it was also the same one Santino was in.
Oh, maybe. Okay. So so we've got some Elimination Chamber virgins here, and they're 2 of the biggest guys in the match too, with Rusev and Ryback.
Yeah.
I mean, those 2 are both looking to make statements in this match. Both of them are on a big rise right now.
Yeah, I think Ziggler's been in 1. I think they said Barrett and Sheamus have both been in 2, and then R-Truth has been in 3, which makes him the
He has the most experience out of the 6, but he is my least likely to win.
Well, I'm going to start this off by saying that R-Truth is my pick to win. R-Truth, I think R-Truth is such a dark horse to win this match. No pun intended, because he is very dark.
He is dark chocolate. Yes, he is.
But I think R-Truth is going to take it. It seems not very likely, but I think WWE is ready to pull a swerve like that. And because we already know that we have Sheamus and Ziggler have beef, Rusev and Ziggler have beef, Ryback has beef with who the frick ever, and Bray Wyatt, probably unfinished business with Bray Wyatt.
He has to. He lost at Payback.
And, Barrett's doing his whole King of the Ring spiel.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe R-Truth, being the only one that really doesn't have anything specific going on for him, he's going to win.
He's going to win it and give it to somebody else. We're gonna rehash the leading into WrestleMania thing. It's going to go till SummerSlam this time.
Yeah, we had that screen-in-screen promo from R-Truth on SmackDown.
I put the D in danger.
R-Truth.
I don't worry about danger. Danger worries about me.
That changed R-Truth from being the least likely person to win to being the legitimate top contender, in my opinion.
Really?
Yep. They turned R-Truth. They finally turned R-Truth into a threat.
They broke him away from his "I'm afraid of spiders" thing.
Yeah.
In heights.
It wasn't goofy. It wasn't.
Happy-go-lucky
R-Truth. It was serious.
It was the most direct promo we've had from R-Truth in a long time.
Yeah. So that makes R-Truth my pick to win. We're gonna move on down next to Tony Toxin.
He is going with Sheamus.
Sheamus is probably a fairly safe bet because he's a big dude.
Absolutely.
Does have chamber experience, and also kind of doesn't have anything really going on with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been on his big man tirade, like, I'm going to get rid of all the little guys, blah, blah, blah. It is very viable that Sheamus could be it. Sheamus has been Intercontinental Champion before.
Yeah.
So he's not a stranger to being in that spot. I think Rusev Rusev and Ryback. The two versions are the only ones that haven't held the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
So.
Right, next down the line, Thomas Wolfe.
He's also going for Sheamus.
All right, insert what I just said last time for this time.
Hey! Go back about 40 seconds and rewatch that conversation leading up to...
Your pick.
My pick.
Last and final pick of the night.
Elimination Chamber Virgin Ryback is going to take the Intercontinental title. I think, based on what we were talking about, he lost to Bray Wyatt at Payback. So, it kind of makes you think, okay, why isn't Bray Wyatt in this match? Like, he's coming off of a win. Shouldn't he have a viable spot for that?
Yeah, Ryback lost the match and gets put in the Intercontinental title hunt.
Exactly. So, I think, this is I've got a very 50-50 chance here because I also think there's a very good chance that Bray Wyatt could be the reason that Ryback gets eliminated. But I have a stronger feeling that because of the push they've been giving Ryback, he's been getting a lot of TV time, a lot of promo time. They're going to give him his first singles title run, and he's going to feud with Bray Wyatt for the Intercontinental title, which may ultimately give us Bray Wyatt with his first singles title run and winning the Intercontinental title from Ryback.
Well, it'd be good to split the title all around somebody. Like, I wouldn't be disappointed if Rusev won or Ryback.
Rusev is such a strong, viable choice just because I feel like they're going to continue his domination. Yeah, sure, he's not U.S. champion, but he's only not been U.S. champion for 3 months. So give him the next best thing and keep him dominant, and then work him up towards the inevitable title match he's going to get.
Yeah, it's a thing where I wouldn't mind seeing Ryback win. I wouldn't mind seeing Rusev win because they haven't been Intercontinental Champion before.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you saying, Ryback winning could go into Bray Wyatt versus Ryback for the Intercontinental title, perhaps giving us the first Bray Wyatt Singles Championship run.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing the title getting dispersed within people who haven't had it prior.
Yeah, and I think that makes it more exciting when the person wins, because then you're like, okay, where's it going to go from here? Because if we get Ziggler or we get Barrett or we get Sheamus winning, you can kind of see where it's going to go from there.
Yeah.
Because they usually go against a lot of the same guys, especially as of late, since all of them, we had, the whole WrestleMania thing, and then the return of Sheamus and the heel turn and all that stuff. They've all kind of been in the same little knit group of people.
Yeah.
But with Ryback and Rusev, it could go, and hell, even R-Truth, it could go a lot of different places. So.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why I picked R-Truth is because it's been a long time since they've thrown R-Truth a bone.
True. He's been jobber a lot.
And R-Truth's been with the company for a long time, and on and off, because he's had a previous run in WWE even prior to his current one.
Yeah, with the K-Quick game.
Yeah. So, he's a guy who's been around the block a lot.
Yeah. He's an absolute veteran in the ring. So.
And one of the oldest guys on the main roster.
Yeah. Yeah, he even said that on Talking to Jericho. That when Jericho comes around, he's he doesn't feel like the old guy on the roster. There's very, very few other guys that are around his age.
Yeah. So I'm going Truth. We got two Sheamuses and a Ryback. The Ryback.
Feed me more Intercontinental titles.
So comment down below. Who do you think are going to win these matches? Why do you think they're going to win these matches? Do you think we're wrong? Don't why we're going to be wrong, because I don't want to listen to that. I'm always right. So
also post what matches do you think might be an extra match thrown? Maybe we'll get an extra match on the main card, or what's going to be the impromptu match on the pre-show?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be fun. See what you guys come up with.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe if you liked it and you want to see more, and it was your favorite.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of links below that
Yeah.
in the description.
Like you were saying earlier, follow us on Twitter because we might be tweeting out our thoughts and
Prediction if there's an impromptu match in the pre-show.
Yeah.
Or on the main card.
So, yeah, be sure to follow us on Twitter. Be sure to check out the Facebook where we post
Trivia.
The videos go up there, random thoughts. Usually Thomas Wolfe, when he's not with us watching a pay-per-view, he'll usually post his thoughts on the matter on the Facebook page. Check out the Reddit where some of our videos get posted as well. The Tumblr where all of our videos and other little fun pictures and stuff that we find get posted as well. All that stuff in the description.
And Instagram, right?
My Instagram.
His Instagram. Our emails. Or our email collectively and my email personally.
You could ask him what he thinks about independent wrestling. Speaking of independent wrestling, this coming Monday, a brand new indie news with me and Kevin Hawk.
With a good piece of new news.
Yeah.
Involved. Good
piece of new news. We got Chikara results.
No, we did Chikara results last week.
Oh, I'm thinking into the future.
Yeah, he's thinking in the future. There's going to be a Chikara preview.
Yeah.
For Sword of Destiny and Shock and Awe.
And we will have Ring of Honor results from Ring of Honor TV.
And probably an updated card for CZW's Tournament of Death.
So we'll see you guys at Indie News.